I think Pistol Whip is my VR rage room. My
Oh, I haven't
therapist
played
said
it
it's
yet.
Rage Room
okay to
VR
be.
on MetaQuest. Try to break as many objects as
Ooh,
possible in
There we
60
I
go.
seconds.
challenge accepted. My therapist says it's okay to be violent in video games
Yeah,
if it's
totally. I
helping
agree.
me get off my anger.
That's why I've never bought into that whole, like, everyone's like, oh, these shooter video games are turning people into shoot. I'm like, no, they're not.
That's the
I
thing.
played,
Actually,
I played violent video games my entire life, and I'm like the most non-confrontational, non-violent person ever.
and you are right, because the research says
Hmm.
you're right.
Mhm.
That
Good.
it like people have looked at this, like that's the really common, like, ooh, the internet, ooh, video games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
That's why we have so many school
research
shootings,
really
just because of
says that
Doom.
Well,
no,
they're
the
writing
research
stories
shows
down
that
in
you
books,
don't.
and now no one will remember stories anymore.
Yeah, the research says no, it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, who listens to research these days?
No, nobody does.
Facts, data, science. Pfft.
Yeah, it might be the
What is
guns then,
that?
you're right. Guns might be the
To me,
violence.
woke sandwich feelings.
But I mean, it's always something, in the 50s, it was rock and roll. And when I was growing up in the 80s, it was D&D.
Jazz music and reefer.
It was trombones and the printed book.
And them kids with their trombones.
I love that they were so mad at trombones at first.
It's actually.
I think it was like maybe Beethoven's time. I forget what time. What like
I
like I
wasn't
think
that
there
aware
was
of
like
this.
some trombone controversy. People were like, "What is this?" I see. And the trombone.
Why is that
just came
horn
out.
so long?
I was just goes to show music snobbery goes back as long as there's been music.
I think people hated it at first. Trombone history.
Yeah, I'm looking for hating trombones and
I saw a friend of mine on Threads posted something that cracked me up because musicians can be some of the worst fucking snobs in the universe. And he posted something that was like, he's like, sure, digital metronomes are cool, but nothing beats the warmth of the analog metronome. He's totally
that
joking, of
posted in
course.
earnest. Okay, God.
No. It was completely a joke. I know this guy.
Sort of Poe's law in play.
But that's the thing. My comment was, you're gonna get lots. This is too real. Like people are gonna believe that this is for real.
Oh,
I just know him. I know his sense of humor and how he posts, and he's always posting like sarcastic shit. Like I'm like, so I was like, I know this is a joke.
But you're
Vast
gonna
majority of the people are not going to think this is a joke.
Mm.
Analog metronomes move more air, man.
Oh no.
Technically, yes, they do. Let's get back.
And the trombone thing, maybe it was just anecdotal or apocryphal.
And,
Well, it's fact now.
and the AI on Google is telling me that it was associated with Christian church music, and then in the 18th century, it was
Suck butt.
often used to represent God.
Because I'm gonna start spreading it as fact.
Yeah. Maybe it's just because my band director was a trombone player.
Mm.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe there's more to this.
If you have a problem with my trombone story, contact Nick Bennett.
Yeah, Mr. Price in Lugoff, South Carolina. It's my origin for this, I think. Probably a lot of other lies.
Has anyone played Trombone Champ?
Oh, but I
No,
want to.
can't say that I
It
have.
looks like a perfect game for me.
It is exactly what it sounds like.
Looks like Clop, but with instruments.
Glenn C.
Oh
Price.
shit.
Oh yeah, don't mess with Glenn C. Price.
Might have to do some investigation here.
No, don't do that. Don't do
Speaking
that.
of investigations,
I hope I don't have an advancement because I don't remember where. No, I don't think I do good.
Oh God, do I?
you got yourself a new.
Oh, I have a follower. Okay, I'm fine. I have a vulture.
The beginning of session recap assignments. All right.
Yeah, how do we play this game? Oh, I missed the last one, so I'm really out of it.
We have the Skyward Sprawl. It's the building that's behaving bad. Questions and opportunities. Where is the hollowed corpse of this Sprawl's saint interred? Complexity 4. Why is the Sprawl growing? Complexity 6. And how can the schism between the Sprawl and the Slag King be healed? Complexity 8. And of course, yeah, that's great.
You're
There's one
saying
clue for that.
words.
The Miraculous Clinic of the Bleeding Witness. We've solved 2 clues.
Oh no.
And now we're at which outlawed faith poses the greatest threat, or who is secretly funding the unsanctioned work of the clinic, both complexity 4. One of them gets you a special God killer. The other one gets you a special, I think, a condition hero. And our new one, which Keith, I don't think saw.
No.
Our new assignment is God feed.
Yeah.
Let me read that one for you.
I saw it
The
in
black market supply of God flesh has spiked in recent months, so much so that the in-the-know citizens across the peninsula indulge openly in this most forbidden of fruits, and we've pinpointed where it's coming from. Out in the sticks, the prominent anti-theist Victor Blankley built a slaughterhouse for butchering stray gods and packing them for consumption. Facilities like this pop up from time to time, but gods are hungry and gods are loved, and the abattoirs are eaten from within or sabotaged by the faithful almost as quickly as they're cooked up. It's never pretty. General foolhardiness of anti-theists aside, this particular operation has grown a bit larger for a bit longer than the Bureau analysts would predict. We're not worried about a threat to the licensed gods, and we might get lucky if one of the more meddlesome banned gods gets mixed up in the supply. Still, safety first. Head out to the Blankley stockyard and inspect its curiously successful operation. That'll be useful to the analysts. Maybe you'll find an asset or two that'll be useful to seize. Based on our communication with the facility, you should find the operators generally welcoming. Think of this as a little vacation from the rest of the shit you've been dealing with. And this assignment was delivered at a restaurant. A child was trying to deliver it, but was dragged out by their parents, and our custodians did not interfere. So the waitress delivered it, and being an adult, died immediately afterwards. And
Oh, yeah.
that's on you. The questions and opportunities for that one are either what is the secret to this facility's success and what is its critical flaw, complexity 6, or why should some of the slaughterhouse's stock be seized, complexity 6 as well. So
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Players mark new elective end of session questions or leave.
Oh, right. That's a mechanic in this game.
Yeah, I remember that vaguely.
Yeah.
Oh, did we? I see some checked end of session questions.
Looks like you
What the fuck?
unused advancement as well.
We
Huh? Oh shit! What?
we stopped early.
Yeah, we stopped early.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We only played for a little bit and then I got too tired.
You want to talk about weird brain fart? I was just putting my name into the die roller, and I typed in Gareth,
Gareth.
Gareth is back.
and I was like, "What the hell? Why did that come out of my brain?"
Gareth.
Oh yeah, let me recap the brief last session. Basically, you did a journey scene, finished off the big dig. There's now an eternal rain of debris falling from the sky that falls into the eternal sinkhole, and it's growing
Oh, yeah, that's so
where
scary.
the caution tape line used to be, and the whole thing is rotating like a dirt and metal cyclone. Hugh and Zeph reminisced about destroying books. I think. Oh yeah, and I guess it was probably Ren found a finger bone in your chocolate silk pie at the diner.
Oh, so
Someone,
good.
Hugh was with the traveling show when he was with the Watcher of the Wings, parted ways with the person who ran it, Haven Cartwright, and Ren got a new follower, Mort the Vulture.
Hey, cool.
Forgot his name. Thank
and
you.
we wrapped up that journey scene, heading towards the floating market. If you are interested in going to the floating market, that's where we'll start. Otherwise, we can start where you like.
I'm sure this whole God thing has nothing to do with us and our shenanigans at the floating
That doesn't
market.
sound like us.
I mean, even though we made a deal with someone to sell God bites and stuff, I'm sure it's coincidence.
Well, somebody made a deal. I'm sure we'll find out. We're back.
Hugh's just eating them the whole time.
So yeah, showing up at the floating market. It's a new place again.
It's our home away from home.
You're home away from
Where's
home.
I miss Carl.
Because remember, we're kind of like the mob running it now.
You'll
Oh
find.
gosh.
You sent the sleepless warden to protect the floating market. So
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
as you approach, I would like a paint the scene for it. How what do you see as you approach the floating market that tells you that the sleepless warden has been busy in its protection job?
There is a very organized line to get into the market. Like people
Oh no.
lined up, and they have like some kind of color coded tickets, and they're being very well behaved and polite and quiet.
Mhm.
Oh, that is excellent. It looks a little bit like South by Southwest vibes. There's like sponsors on the side,
More
like
sponsors.
Are you going to the
uh,
wristband portion of the market or the ticket portion of the
yeah.
market?
Oh, there's like
which-
the Jolly Crunch Wrap
Yeah,
House.
Jolly Crunch Tooth is.
Yeah, Jolly Crunch Juice House, and there's like music blaring from like somewhere, and people kind of stumbling around a little bit intoxicated.
There's a zone for kids with like signage that has like a chibi version of the warden that says like kids stay in your approved areas. Gerald.
Uh, uh, there's like there's watchtowers placed at random places around the market.
Are they on floating like buoys or?
Some of them are. Some of them are on the just like on the land or on the pier, and some of them are
Oh.
floating in the water or possibly sunk into the earth under the water.
The floating market
Um,
does move around, so those would have to be pulled
Right.
up, put back in.
Yeah. hmm
Oh, I thought that was
yeah.
one of the changes that had happened. Is
Oh, that's stuck in one
It's
place
becoming
now.
yeah.
It'd still be like South by where they have like all this stuff that's super temporary.
I like it being stuck in one place now. That
Oh.
is
oh, what have we
pretty
done?
good.
Oh, we're bad. We're the baddies.
It's not us, we're good. It's just the gods are lined against us.
And Grover is the baddie, really.
Like we're not helping. Yeah, Grover's the worst.
Let me get a name here. Where's the
It's
It's
like when
okay.
capitalism exists and you like don't have to like push it.
We've got Mort the Vulture. It will all be fine.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mort's never been. It'd be his first time.
Get him some god bites. No, wait,
Oh,
don't.
jeez.
Don't do that.
Thanks for flesh.
Hugh probably tries to get him some god bites. Like, no, don't feed the bird.
No, he's vegetarian.
So do you get in line, or do you attempt to? Do you know who I am?
Yeah, man, we run this place.
Oh
Kinda.
no!
I think Rand gets in line.
Just... oh, man.
Okay, the line starts here, they say.
Not for us.
Oh,
We're special. Remember, we made an arrangement. We got the cops out of here.
Some like tinny Muzak version of the patriotic music that comes from the battle saint is playing in the line.
Excellent. Is the battle saint perched somewhere, or is it kind of doing rounds?
Hmm.
I would think it probably stays at the gate unless it's needed. Like it probably will do it. It probably will do like a round, every 15 minutes or something. But like I think the gate is probably its like base of operations unless it's needed elsewhere. And
Fantastic. Great. So there is a giant metal cormorant at the gate, and
This is fine. Everything's
lined up.
fine.
The line's not huge, so it's not. It's like 15 minutes to get in if you want to wait in line. If you don't, let me know, and we will do that. Once you get through the line, the person managing the sort of entrance to the pier, they like make you wait. And yeah, they ask you like, so how did you hear about the market?
We kind of are in the administrative running of the market.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's your names? And they pull out a list on a Crunch branded clipboard.
Sir Bastion Skelton.
Mm. Oh, and you must be, and they look at Gordon like, you must be Hugh Harrow, is that correct? Gordon's I don't, or Grover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Opal Gray. I'm the new what do you call ticket taker, attendant, bouncer, whatever you want to call it, or person. Right this way, of course. And they kind of like look up at the cormorant, and its eye lights up and sort of swivels towards the towards the entrance.
Oh,
And they're like,
geez.
it's okay. The new watcher's got it. The new warden's got it. Let me.
I don't remember his name. I know we learned its name. I'd say hi name. Hey,
Gerald.
yes,
It was Gerald Welkin.
Yeah.
Gerald. Good to see you thriving, Gerald.
Oh no.
Always a party dude. Always a party around Gerald. I would
great.
like to go see my what's that guy who has the book?
Oh, you want to see Salesa?
Yeah, I want to see. I always go see Salesa when I'm here, so I got to go see Salesa.
Great. What is?
Rand wanders off.
Shocker.
We don't have to do that now. Just it's something I would like to
We'll
do.
just get everyone pointing in the right direction. Where would the rest of you like to go?
Let's see.
I have no real plans, so I'll follow somebody.
And we can't. Mog Squamous has vanished from this plane, right? There's no
Oh
way
no,
to
they're still
find
there on their boat. Cooking.
Oh no,
They're-
they are.
Yeah,
I mean, they're here, but they just seem very different. Like to me, Mog Squamous is dead, but
mhm.
Mog
Yeah.
Squamous claims to be perfectly fine. But I'm like,
But it's like invite only.
Let's see here. Oh God, yeah.
Bader
Wait,
Fort.
what were?
Do you
Oh,
have the
wait,
gold badge here?
Sorry. Quick question. Did everyone choose new
Oh,
end of session
thank you,
questions?
thank you,
Oh,
sir. I
thank
did not.
you.
I
I
meant
did
to.
not.
Good question.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if I had added my end of session question check to my advancements track.
Oh, that's a good point because I don't remember the last one I played. Did we actually do end of session or not? Because I
We
still
didn't
have.
do
Oh
end of session,
yeah,
but
I
we
didn't.
did
I'm gonna
the
keep
previous session.
mine.
Yeah,
Huh?
we
I'm
didn't.
sorry, what'd you say?
But it was a very short session.
2 times ago? Not because not the last one. The one last one I was at.
Yeah.
Because I still have 3 questions checked and I don't.
I think we went through all of them. Yeah.
I'll assume that I've added that, but I still have to add I still have an unused advancement.
Yeah.
I could do profane media. I could write a custom journey move, but
Because I usually uncheck them when I put them into advancements, but I don't know. I'll pretend I have.
custom journey scene about a pilgrimage to a. Oh well, I think. Could I let the unused advancement ride for now and write a custom journey scene in
Of course.
the coming week? Okay.
Let's see what there.
And if I remember, our main reason to come here was to make sure that the warden didn't destroy the place.
Yeah, it looks like
Oh
the warden.
yes.
I mean, maybe it's destroyed it in spirit, but it is operating smoothly
As designed.
as designed.
Keep floating market weird.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It keeps the boats running on time.
Under my butter hat.
Oh geez. Did you did something else. I forget what happened the last time you visited Salesa. That was, oh yeah, Mog Squammus got the meat grinder from Salesa in exchange for their soul, and Salesa sold it to the librarian in Alm. That's right. And there were some words exchanged about that.
Oh, that's right. I was not happy.
Yeah.
I was very angry.
So Ren's gonna go visit Salesa, where Bastion's just kind of tagging along. Where did Hugh and Zeph want to go?
Let's see. So sorry, where was Sebastian going?
I'm following
Oh,
the
because
crowd, y'all,
I was
somebody. I have no
this is
destination.
metagamey, but I guess it would make sense narratively to ask Mog Squammus about the God Bites investigation.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
Ah,
Yeah, and you have the thing, right, where
Yeah, it's at the bottom of my character sheet among my
consulted
notes.
once for assignment about black market goods, use the information to stumble upon a clue. Yeah, you definitely do that.
I think Bastion's like, don't be fooled, Hugh. They may go by his name Mog. That ain't no Mog.
And what about Zeph?
I think I want to stay with Hugh if Hugh is going near anything God bites related.
Good point.
no reason.
Oh,
So I guess the three of us are going to
Right.
Mog's then.
And then
Opal will
Wait,
escort you to Mog
yeah.
as well. Ren goes off.
yeah.
Let's do Selesa's thing first and see where that goes. Selesa is out front in his little lounge chair with his little umbrella and a little caprihina and fancy sunglasses.
Fucking dude.
And when he sees you, like waves you over, offers you one. He's made a pitcher. And, I've got a new friend here. Where is Mort, like perched on you, or is he flapping around?
I think he's just like always kind of
Like circling?
landing nearby. Like I think he's like landed on a roof nearby.
Hmm.
So it's just kind of like a Secret Service person.
Hmm. And Celeste takes a little something out of his like shirt pocket. You can't really see what it is, and kind of waves it on the ground, and you see a rat kind of come out to take it, and he picks it up and tosses it in the air, and lets Mort feeds Mort. And Mort comes down and sort of sits next to him and perches like on the arm of his armchair.
Oh, I've never seen him be friendly with anyone else.
Like, so what do I owe the pleasure of your presence?
Well, I thought I'd check in.
Oh.
Still haven't found the book.
Mm.
So I guess no news, but we were in town.
Well, if it was easy to find, it wouldn't be valuable, would it?
It's true. Things have changed.
Well, things are always changing. You must keep on top of them.
And you stay around,
Stay around.
even though it changed so much.
Of course. There's always profit in change. You just have to know where to look for it.
I guess I should do something for our actual game. Let's see what I can do. Sorry, I'm reorienting myself to my character sheet.
I'm not sure I'm in the right rolling room.
The new rolling room is, I'll paste it in chat here.
Oh yeah, thank you.
There else says lost connection to server, but
Is it the other one still not working?
Yeah, the other one's still down.
Hmm. Yeah, I want to use Mort. I haven't used Mort yet. I mean, I'm not sure how to use.
So Mort is your new
Can
follower.
Mort go like digging through his stuff or something?
Ooh. Once per session, they may help you with a task and you make the roll with advantage. So what task are you interested in?
Investigating.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I'm like, yeah, but really, why do you stay?
Why do I stay at the market?
Yeah.
Where else would I go? I've made my home here. People come to me for things, and I provide things for people who need them.
In my experience, home is not always a place one wants to stay, especially in this world where home is often the most, for me, the home, of course, we had a house, but my home was the bank, and the bank was one of the most dangerous places in Goddard.
Mm.
So the farther I could be away from the Solomon First National, the better. So I guess I'm curious when someone actually wants to stay in one place. I think it's why I always visit you here. That, and I guess I promised you to find this book.
Before I settled down here, I did travel extensively. That's where I got most of my collection. But I found that there's no place safe in the peninsula or in the Linger Straits for that matter. So you might as well pick one place and do the best you can there. Hasn't hurt my business at all, of course.
It does seem like every place we visit, we don't always leave it better than we met it. But I'm not really sure how to not do that while also surviving. Is it always just a choice between survival and transforming?
Oh, it's always a choice of survival.
Maybe one day I'll just let things stay the same and let it all just grow over me.
Mm.
That is why I sought this out in the first place. I just wanted her to let me go, wanted her to let me take, but she keeps giving me new stuff.
Mm. Death is like anything else, I suppose. Although the market has changed, it doesn't float around from place to place. It is like I have put down roots. And I imagine death is the same way. When you seek something, it moves out from under you, shifts to provide a side that it wants to show you instead of what you are seeking. But with enough determination and wit, I think you'll find what you seek soon enough.
Do you have anything that could help me?
Help you? Oh, are you looking to buy something?
I mean, like I said last time, money's no object, but I'm just,
like help
after
with?
seeing what happened to Mog, after seeing what happened at the hospital, I kind of like it makes one want a guarantee of death.
Hmm. Oh, death is easy to come by for most people, but you have
Not for me.
a special situation, haven't you? Let me think.
I think I'm trying to do like an investigation or something
I think
here. I'm not sure which assignment. Sorry, I'm still catching up to which ones we're doing.
I
Yeah,
think,
maybe for Godfeed. Yeah, maybe I'm like, you gave Mog that.
I think if you're asking for
Maybe
like
I could trade for something.
provide you something, I think what are you afraid he might like discover about you that you're not ready to reveal?
Um, I think he might discover that I'm actually not ready to die anymore.
Mhm.
That I used to be really, I think when I first met him, I was super convicted that I was like, I want to die. And I think he might discover that I'm a little bit, because I have friends now,
Mhm.
because I had baby, because now I have more, now I actually don't want to go,
All the
even though
birds.
I'm talking a big talk.
Cool. This is gonna be a roll with presence.
Great. That's not the one I have. Damn it, I should have talked to a god or something. There's the dice. So that's just a D6.
What, 2d6, yeah?
And I'm using Mort.
Oh, you want to use more for this? Yeah. Go ahead. 3 dice, top 2.
Okay, 3 dice, top
And
2,
9.
6 and 3, 9.
Right. So you're going to get it, but with a complication. And I think I have a couple of complications stacked up. Let me see what we have here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you're looking for something that will guarantee your death
Mm-hmm.
or free you from the
Keep other gods from.
requirements of the maiden.
Oh, I don't even know if I was thinking of that. I think I was just like trying to ward off other gods from taking me on.
Oh, well.
But either way, he can interpret it how he wants.
I know a man. He used to be, well, he's a veteran of the Lingo Wars, Sergeant Vandermeer. He is in a similar situation as you are, I believe. He's exposed himself to various feral gods repeatedly, and they've taken root. And it's been one of his goals to free himself of them without taking more on. And he's associated himself with people who are either able or also keenly interested in the same. And he reaches in his pocket again and pulls out a business card and hands it to you. It says Sergeant Carl Vandermeer. And he kind of smiles knowingly. He says, I'm afraid that it may be too late for him, but if you can find him, he can point you at his associates, and maybe they can help you. I imagine he might find you first, though. So keep this on you. And just write down you can put it in your altar, I guess, a business card for Sergeant Carl Vandermeer. You can use it as usual if you like to, but I think it will have a special effect if you need to use it later on for something else.
Cool.
Let's go over to Mog. Mog has a small crowd around their barge. They have they've upgraded their grill. It's kind of like a long charcoal affair, and there's many things crackling on the grill, and they're handing stuff over as quick as they can.
He just catches a whiff and kind of floats through the air.
Yeah. They seem, much like they were before. Or she, right? Her.
Yeah, she was.
She's kind of concentrated on the task. What would you like to do there?
Oh man. I think Hugh thinks about cutting the line and then kind of catches himself and just kind of waves and shouts Mog.
And Mog looks up and without changing expression, waves back, finishes serving, and kind of just ignores the people who are waiting in line and comes over to you.
Yeah, and I think Hugh kind of casts a brief deferential look at Sir and then starts talking himself, and says, Uh, the agency told us you have a big competitor.
Competitor.
Victor Blankley.
Oh, I wouldn't say competitor.
Oh,
Supplier, maybe.
oh, interesting. So Victor is just doing distribution or
I mean, they're
a
doing
supplier? Oh, sorry, I thought you said buyer.
production, distribution, a little bit of everything. I don't have contact with them personally, but my guy knows a guy. What is your interest?
What were we supposed to do? Oh, yeah, we're just supposed to. It seems this seems like the easiest job we've gotten. He's kind of casting a worried look at Sir and Zeph. They just want us to get some information about the operation, what it's doing, how it does what it does.
Hmm. Would you like to see something special?
I think he was just like, oh God.
Famous last words.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
I mean, I know you're a connoisseur of my current offerings. I think I've got something very interesting for you. Come downstairs.
Am I coming downstairs alone?
And she closes the lid on the long,
No.
like flips over it. There's a like a stand sign is like flips over on top of it, like be right back. I was like, "Arr."
But probably not too loudly.
Yeah. Anyone else can come down with you, including Grover and like
I'll definitely follow it. I don't trust this Mog.
Oh man.
everyone's going down. Great.
Yeah, I motioned Grover down with us.
It is cramped and now crowded down there, and even more crowded because Mog has more crates and barrels of things in there. And she says, I think this one might be just what you are looking for. I haven't had a chance to incorporate it into a recipe yet. I wonder what you think. And she goes to the bench, picks up a crowbar from it. Her eyes twinkle a little bit as she turns to the barrel and pries the lid off. And as the lid comes off, you can hear like faint voices, as if there's like a marching chorus coming closer and closer until she pops the lid off. It's a paint the scene question for only Hugh.
Oh no.
What old folk song comes from the tripe that fills this barrel?
Oh man. It is an old folk song called Hard Line. And the main chorus has something like the coast, it's a hard line. We stand for the goal, we stand forever. It's a hard line.
Nice.
And it's just lots of old folk song, but like really like xenophobic, we are going to kill everyone.
Yeah, and Mog is kind of swaying along with it.
No.
And yeah, she says, I've never seen anything like this before. And this is a clue, a barrel of tripe that sings old folk songs.
Oh my God.
Of course it is.
I don't know if it will stop singing when I cook it, but I hope it doesn't.
Oh no. Oh.
Would you like to try some?
No, he would not.
Cutting off Hugh.
It's already got some in his mouth.
I like Sebastian and Zeph are like holding Hugh back, and like Grover's just like taking a little bit.
I think she's grabbing skewers from the bench and slowly putting it on, and as
Oh,
he's on, like the pitch increases a little bit, and then as it slides, it feels like it's more comfortable. So she gets shish kebabs of the singing meat, puts the
I
lid
feel
back
like
on the barrel, and trudges upstairs.
in a different game, it would make like a slide whistle sound while it goes down.
in the Cuphead version of Silver.
And the barrel, of course, is stamped with the Blankly Slaughterhouse.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Sorry, what was it stamped with?
The Blankly Slaughterhouse logo.
And she says, "So this is evidence, right?" Inching towards the barrel.
And Mog is head upstairs to cook up some of the tripe shish kebabs for you, and anyone else who wants it.
Oh no.
Mm. Mm.
Hugh starts idly walking up the stairs.
You're free to have some if you like.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I think Hugh is going to try to eat it. We'll see if someone can stop him or not.
I mean, I would definitely try
Cool.
to prevent that. Remind me again what my. I know there's something special about that paper angel I have in my thing, but I don't. It's
Yeah,
like
Paper Angel
Just
does
can-
this. Rewards, Paper Angel. Oh yeah. The Paper Angel, when you set it free, it will track down a known side character and call on them for aid.
that's right. Good to know.
If you eat the god bites, let me make sure there's nothing special here. Yeah. Yeah, I think the song just gets stuck in your head when you eat it.
So I wasn't able to prevent him from eating it.
I mean, if that's up to you two. You can work that out between yourselves.
I don't know how that would play out exactly, but I would go so far as to try to physically, if he was unable to be talked out of it,
Yeah. No, I'll just try a little bit.
there would be definitely some.
I mean, this
some-
is evidence. We have to test the evidence. He's just like talking himself in circles to make it make sense.
So do you?
But I don't know. Is that like a thing with presence to like make the argument?
Oh, I think that's
That's a
just
good
something
point.
you work out between your like.
Oh, sure.
What do you think? What do you guys think is going to work? I think Peter is the tiebreaker, right?
Oh, sure. Well, I think if Sir gives like some sort of impassioned speech about why Hugh should not be doing this.
Yeah, I was just looking over if I had any interesting options. Nothing's, but yeah, he basically. I think it'd be like those dramatic shots, like as he's reaching up and like a fist quickly is like and grabs it for his mouth. I was like, "Listen to me, my friend. You've seen into those dead eyes, the dead eyes of Mog, formerly my friend Mog Squamous. You know as well as I, that's not Mog Squamous. That being has no soul and has some ulterior motive and wants this flesh in the mouth of every person it can get the flesh into. Now, you've already had a taste and become chained to her, and you know it in your soul. You think it's just a taste. It's just a tasty snack that you really want, but it's not. You have become like a slave to the godflesh. And one more bite, you could lose yourself. You could become as dead-eyed as Mog Squamous. You might even stop writing.
I think a hand reaches out and gingerly takes
Yes.
bite from you. And Mog just looks at Sebastian.
I'm standing
Like
right.
I'm not even here.
I thought she said she went back upstairs.
Oh,
I think we are upstairs.
yeah,
Yeah.
because she cooked some up on the barbecue. And
I thought we were still downstairs.
oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't know
Oh,
we'd
I
gone
feel
up
like-
with her.
raw. Were you trying to eat the raw stuff or?
I don't know. I just,
I had assumed we were upstairs.
Okay.
oh, I just misunderstood then.
And Mog's like, I'm right here.
Oh, God.
Look, it's no
I
offense
think-
to you, but you have no soul.
Oh,
You sold your
God.
soul. You're not Mog.
I have not found that to be an impediment to my business.
Oh no.
I am not casting any kind of judgment as to the value of your existence pre or post soul. I'm merely saying you are no longer Mog Squamous. You are a shell of a Mog Squamous that once was.
And
In fact, you should be Gom Moose Socks.
she leans into you a little bit and kind of gives a sniff. Says, I don't think I'm the only one who sold my soul.
I still have mine. It's still
Mm,
in me.
for how long?
Yeah, well,
Oh.
long enough. Long enough. I've gotten out of worse predicaments than this.
Oh, they're going to fight over you. They're going to rip it apart. I'm glad to have spared myself that indignity.
Oh no.
I'm no longer walking food for gods.
What are you?
I'm Mog Squamous.
Ah, but you're not.
I mean, are you no longer food for gods without a soul?
I have not been bothered since.
But do the gods consume only a soul? I feel like they have concerns here upon this terrestrial plane.
Well,
They,
do
we
come-
talk like they are beyond us, but don't we sacrifice goods to them? Don't they cause problems in the physical world? Don't they meddle with us whether we have something spiritual or not? I don't think there's an escape.
well, if it's purely a numbers game, I feel like I'm ahead of it. Zeph has slipped away to visit the folks with the pit in the box. Yeah, let's go to where are they? Jones and Company Theological Containment and Dissolution Services. Yeah. Yeah, and Calamity Jones is there in her trench coat and tattoos and bandolier of vials and prayer scrolls. And I think it takes her a moment to recognize you. And says, so what can we get rid of for you?
Doubt and uncertainty.
No.
Do you do that?
I
Is
mean,
that in your remit?
if you can hand it over, we can get rid of it.
Well, yeah. So I've got a problem, and I thought you folks might have some insight. So the gods can just remake reality, right?
Some can.
Yeah. So how do we know what reality we're living in? If a
Don't know,
god,
no.
right? What about, like, you know, the stories about people who would, like, lose a limb and then kind of still feel it, even though it was gone?
Yes.
So a guy I don't trust told me that I lost family that I don't remember.
Well, we're not really in the business of bringing things back.
Well, it seems like making things go away might give you some insight into that.
Twinge, and there's the other the and co rolls
Mhm.
out of the rolls out onto the deck in a rolling office chair. He's got a little captain's hat and a monocle. He's looking at something. He's like, yeah, what? Like, someone wants to know how other people get rid of stuff. I don't know. What did you want exactly? Come on over
Yeah.
here, Twinge.
Yeah. Also, in the South byification of this place, I assume this place hasn't changed much, or
Not much, probably.
yeah.
I think most places haven't changed much, but the overall
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, Alea, I can't remember the name of that guy at the hospital. Someone tasted my blood and said that reality had been changed on me.
Oh,
I'm curious if he could taste it in my blood.
was it the brother? Let me take a look at it. Was it Brother Thumb?
Silence.
Brother Thumb.
Yeah.
I don't suppose it's not out of I don't suppose it's out of the realm of possibility. Few things are.
Right.
What to do about it is the question.
Right. That's the question.
Do you feel like something's missing?
I didn't until it was pointed out.
No. I mean, my advice would be to put it out of your mind.
Mhm.
Get on the things you can control. But if you're bound and determined,
Right. Yes. I mean, let's be honest. I can't even control the things I can control.
hmm,
So tell me anything you know about undoing what gods have done.
I know all about undoing what gods have done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you find out what they feed on, how they're trying to kill you,
Mm-hmm.
figure out how to neutralize it.
Mm-hmm.
What god do you think took this past from you?
Well, I mean, like process of elimination, unless there's some other gods I don't know about, or except for the other gods I don't know about. The god who I know likes to play with reality the most is it's a short list. It's the Watcher and the Scrivener.
Those are two of many. That's sure. I mean, propaganda gods
Yeah.
come and go,
Mm.
overriding each
Right.
other. But, we
Yeah.
usually don't see those unless we're at war, I guess. But those two are definitely at top of the list.
So,
Do you have anything of them on you that might have been used, maybe as like an anchor for their power, or one of their followers that we could get rid of for you?
uh, wait, say that apart again.
What kinds of is there any like a totem or any sort of thing that maybe someone's put on you, or if there's a
Mm.
particular person who's done this to you? I mean, that costs a little bit extra, but it's not out of the question.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh. I want to. Oh god. I don't know. Peter, Hughes never used any ink on me, right?
Not to
I've
my
never
knowledge,
been.
no.
No. Hmm. Uh. Oh man.
Though it would be funny if I had, and you are now going after the reminder.
Right. Yeah. I don't see anything in my altar or backstory. Uh. So I don't have any anchor of theirs right now. But do you think? What are you thinking? If I put an anchor in a pit, will
If you
that?
can bring it to us, we can either exercise it or throw it in the box.
Hmm,
Nothing comes back
it'd
from
probably have
that.
to be something pretty significant, right? Not just like a little prayer mark.
In my experience, when something's overwritten, a new story, that's changed, and your best bet is to overwrite it again with what you want. So maybe it's less a matter of recovering what you've lost and deciding what you'd like to be there in its place, and just doing that.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, just I have this feeling that like I don't know if I had a brother, I'd have someone who really understood me, someone who really agreed.
Find
Yeah,
find yourself
but
a
but
propaganda god or one of or a watcher, and I can
yeah,
probably get you one if you want. You won't remember not having
okay,
one.
yeah, but I want to know what I lost. I want to know, not to be too reactionary here, but I want to know what was taken from me. Okay, well,
Hmm.
thanks for.
And what's her name? Um, so many pages. Calamity kind of like gives him, he's like, hey, well, geez, what about what about TikTok the alarm clock? Maybe they could roll back. I would it roll back all the time entirely, or just your
Hmm,
memories? Tricky one. Hmm. Where would you find? You have to find someone that. Have we gotten anyone? Um, there might be. You know what? Over at Relics Reborn, he might have something for you. I wouldn't trust him, but that's the best shot I can give you here.
hmm,
He's
okay.
um, he's kind of the opposite of what we do, right? The
Hmm,
try to minimize impact, remove danger, and he just sort of be wary of anything he gives you. It comes with an extra cost generally.
hmm.
We've had
So,
even us. We've had folks come away with some of his mm, complications, and they're sticky.
yeah,
Not that we can't do
so
anything about
that's
it, of course, but
right. Yeah.
sticky.
So the usual. Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
Unexpected costs. Terrible bargains. Yeah. I've uh, I've been to the rodeo a few times.
Well, best of luck, and you know where we are if things go south.
Thanks. Also, just to be clear, so I won't trust that person who you sent me to. I also don't trust you, right?
Fair.
I just want to make sure we're all clear. Okay, great. Call me if you need anything. You
And
have my card.
you have the pit in the box. You have a access
Hmm.
in the box, so great.
Yeah.
Cool. If you want to go over to Relics Reborn, Ren is probably still over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm probably surprised
Uh,
to see Ren there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably you're like in passing. Um,
Hmm.
did Hugh and Sebastian want to do anything after
I,
extracting yourself from
I
the
do.
apartment pit?
I might. I mean, I do. I just gotta figure exactly how. One quick mechanical thing is the the cormorant. Is that considered a side character?
It is a gosh, is it a side character now? I think it's well, I don't think it's a side character because it was like a threat. Um, But if what are you looking to do? Maybe we can work something out.
Use my paper crane to convince it to help me with something.
Ooh. Um, you know what? Well, I so you might be able to do that without the paper crane, number one. Or the paper angel.
Oh, paper angels.
Yeah, the paper angel is more for like tracking someone down that will come and help you, and you know where them it would kind of be a waste.
It's true.
Um, but yeah, what would you? Let me think about that. What are you? What do you intend for the Cormor to help you out with? Because right now it is tasked with you have tasked it specifically with protecting.
I know, and that's why I was hoping maybe I have some. Well, basically, I was thinking about maybe making up some story about how what's his face, the former commanding officer. You know, it doesn't have to be the angel, but I was thinking my angle was maybe he gave me that as a boon that I could give to any one of the angel squadron that he commanded to do one favor for me. And I have a whole story there. I'm just trying to figure out, yeah, how to work an angle of convincing it.
Done.
What's that?
What's the favor you're looking to have done?
I wanted to go get my fucking cameo for me.
I mean, you could just use the angel to summon her if you like, but.
Oh, I thought she I was trying to remember, because the woman who stole it pawned it to somebody else, right?
Oh yeah, she pawned it to whoever has the red book, and she got burned up. That's right. She doesn't have it anymore.
Oh.
So yeah, it's
No system.
we don't have to do that. That was just an idea.
I'd be in for it, but all the metagame book.
Let's wrap up Zeph and Ren at Salaces. So Zeph shows up there probably as Ren is getting ready to get out. With the business card, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, so how do you approach Mr. Saleza?
Just with the information that I got from Calamity. Just
Interesting.
I need the TikTok. What was it? TikTok man?
TikTok, the alarm clock? Maybe.
TikTok.
Ooh. Let me look through my manifest here for a moment.
I can't tell if this is Mark or Salesa right now.
I was gonna say I kind of want it to be both, but yeah.
Both, yeah.
Interesting. Oh, what's that one? Yeah. Where that? Yeah. So you lay out the situation, and he says, I do have something that might help you. You will go back if you're sure that's what you want. But know that when you return to a place that you were previously, you may lose everything you have here. How badly do you want this?
I want the option.
You want the option. once you enter into a compact with something like this, you've taken away a lot of your own options. But for you, a special price. I'll be right back. And he goes off into his stacks of crates and whatnot. You hear him rummaging around for a little bit. You're there with Ren and Mort for a moment.
I have a good reason for this. I'll say it to Ren and Mort.
Yeah, I think Rin's just
as
been
well.
kind of like staring at this card, kind of dejected looking.
You're still wearing the beekeepers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did I lose it? I thought maybe it
I
came
think you
off.
still have it, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm still wearing it.
Mhm.
I think Mort's just like playing around with all the like stuff around here.
Mort is pointedly avoiding a lot of the things on this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Elizabeth is
yeah.
about to alight on something, kind of like flaps frantically and
Oh no.
finds a better place to land. And from like the stacks, you hear the scraping and the scraping of like wood on wood. So Lisa's like a big guy. If if being a Samoan were a thing in here, that's his kind of makeup. He's like a big guy, and he is having. You hear him sort of like grunting and huffing, pushing something. He comes around a corner and he's pushing a large grandfather clock. And he eventually gets it up, closer to the front. Takes a handkerchief out of his pocket and wipes down his brow and says, "Well, what do you think?"
Does it come in black, or like what am I supposed to? I'm supposed to walk out of here with this?
No, you're
Okay.
supposed to walk
Good.
into it.
Oh.
I think Ren does look up at this point. Just like,
Okay.
uh,
Um. This might be Plan B. Uh. Just so I know, though. So I go in there, and I come out at a different time.
And you come out to, if what you believe is true, and you hold that, then you will. Coming out is such a imprecise term when dealing with artifacts like this. You will be where you were before, if indeed what you think is true. If it's not, you will be nowhere, since what you had before was not there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hate to say it, but that makes sense. Just okay. Out of curiosity, you ever put someone in there
I've never put anyone
against their will? Oh, okay.
That's bad.
Interesting.
It's a cash only, pay as you go situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I just wonder, like, what would happen if you put someone in there, yeah, who didn't know that they'd been overwritten.
I mean, if you're looking to just get rid of someone, I know an ex-custodian that could take care of that for you.
Well, do you have a business card?
If they're right over there. And he points to the the place that has the pit in the box.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Of course, you could always just slit their throat and dump them in the river for the crabs, but
But
different people
then
have
you have
different methods.
crabs. Okay. Well, I want to say hold on to this for me in case I need it.
Oh, it's not going anywhere.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Even if I wanted to get rid of it.
Oh, okay.
Good day then.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around.
He's back, pulls his hat down over his sunglasses.
Yeah.
Sebastian, are you tell me what you're doing with the if you're doing anything with the warden. Or if you just got are you going to the warden to like even just contemplate?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out how exactly to go about it.
Yeah. I think when you do, Opal, the person who led y'all in, sort of comes up and stands next to you and says, "Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful and dangerous."
Indeed, it's kind of a sad story when you think about that. He was once a person, soldier, probably had a family, friends. Wonder if he's still in there somewhere.
No, it's something else now. But I can't say that we're not glad to have him. Taxmen came.
The taxman, you said?
I imagine they were just thugs. They claimed they were from a glottage, but
Hmm.
they didn't have any papers and they didn't have any documentation, and all they had were guns.
Yes, well, ever since this has been under watch of the Bureau, there would be no taxmen coming here, so you're wise to be suspicious.
Well, suspicion, we did not have to be suspicious. The warden took care of it for us.
Good.
They're long gone.
Well, you reap what you sow, as they say.
I spend a lot of time here with the warden, watching and listening, and I worry, although it's been tasked to protect us, things like this require sacrifice.
Hmm.
This isn't a fire and forget situation. I was wondering if you could help. You and your friends seem to be adept in getting things done.
Well, we are somewhat of the caretakers of the market now. What? We do want to see it thrive.
Well, in that case, I'm going to have to ask for your help.
No.
What could go wrong?
Exactly what is it you need?
We're going to need someone. I think the warden's getting tired. I think we're going to need to refresh. If you could bring me someone who you think would be compatible, I think we can keep the old girl running for a while. Old boy, man, thing, bird. The old bird. I think we can get the old bird.
What do I mean? What would you what equates to compatible?
Someone who knows this place.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's inclined to the work. I've suggested it to many of the people here, but they, of course, all have their own interests.
And does this person need to volunteer for this position, as it were? Do they need to be a willing participant?
Have you known sacrifices to always be voluntarily?
Usually not.
I
I ask because I already have two candidates in mind.
Mechanically, this is something that you got by doing the complexity 6 question. A side character is asking for your help.
Mm-hmm.
If you complete this task, each custodian gets an item for their altar.
Hmm.
A little mini assignment.
I have two. Two. One would be easier than the other. The other one I could probably still come up with as well.
Well, when you find them, bring them here, and we'll take care of you.
Bye,
But one's already
Grover.
here.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Perhaps you're familiar with Mog Squamish.
Oh no, Mog will not volunteer for that either. She
Well,
also has her own.
again,
It's a
we just
valuable member of the community.
is she though?
All of our vendors are.
Mog has recently undergone some changes, and Mog's not really Mog anymore. Mog's not really I hate to say it, a person anymore. I worry about the influence Mog is going to have on the market. Mog seems to only have Mog's best. I'm sorry, what was that?
She's bringing in more customers than we've ever had. I'm sorry, Mog is off the table, as are any of our vendors.
All right, well, you keep your eye. I have a feeling Mog may be the downfall of the market. Just, I'll tell you now. Don't say I didn't tell you so when it happens.
If it's anyone, it'll be that Salisa character. But well, this feels like a good place for a break.
Drink
Let's
time.
take 10.
Dig
Cool.
it.
All right, thank you, Ted.
Take 10. Alrighty. When you have a problem, you just call on bias and pow, you have a brand new set of problems. Yep. Baby. Yeah, block that guy in the chat room. Cool. So it feels like business is done here. We got our assignment, our little assignment. Let me write that down. We got our clue.
Yeah, we don't need a lot more clues on pleading witness, do we?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cool. It sounds like you want to go somewhere then. Any thoughts as to where you might want to go next?
Have we actually been to the Skyward Sprawl yet?
You haven't, no.
Let's go to the
I'm
big
sure
city.
that's fine.
Who needs it?
Need it.
That was far too silly.
We're undermining our superiors by not going where they want us to go.
No, no.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do that. Thanks for reminding me.
You do.
Yeah, let's
I would
stay
like
here
to check out
forever.
this. I would like to
Oh,
check
you're
out
right.
the Skyward Sprawl though.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Let's do a journey scene then.
Don't stop.
We will finish off the were-bitten child.
I don't
Oh,
have any
no.
conditions to get rid of.
That was the putting up new power lines. Super great. So for the wire-bitten child, we're going to paint the scene. So as you're driving towards the where are we? Skyward Sprawl is fringes of Greater Glodge. Great. So we're gonna paint the scene here. For this scene, as you drive by it, the terminal installation is nearly complete for the wire-bitten child installation. The brand new line of fiber optic cable. A bulbous node bristling with wires and antennae like a monstrous sea urchin is mounted on a radio tower. Clusters of telephone poles stand in concentric rings, a barren grove bearing the weight of parasitic cables outward in all directions. A drone of crackling lungs and rasping throats fills the air as hundreds of undying voices praise the new signal, the unmatched speed of the wire-bitten child. How does the landscape and its inhabitants react to this vast new organism of industry?
Well, I'm sure they love it.
I want to say animals nearby, like the rabbits, the wildcat, the birds that might be around. Um, if you catch a glimpse of them, they have like a cute filter on their face. They're just like big eyes,
There's a faint electrical current through the area, like not enough that you even really know, but like if you stay there too long, your feet kind of start going numb. It's almost like, if you have like an almost dead battery maybe, and you're like, you wouldn't really be like, ow, ow, but you'd be like, let's go, something feels weird. Be a little buzzy.
Fortunately, you are insulated in your car.
I think there are bodies clustered around the central urchin part of this. Some you can see are still breathing, some are not. And you see you barely glimpse one more person kind of just crawling towards that spot.
Hmm. I'm noticing there's like this idea of dreams of ease and comfort. Yes, I'm wondering about building on the bodies, maybe, of like. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Yeah, another thing that happens is that things seem like your senses feel like the buzzing in your feet and the numbness, like, and your senses feel a little bit delayed.
Kind of like it's taking attention from the people around there to make the network work better.
Yeah, yeah, like the sensorium is messed up
Nice.
because it's drawing so much of it's thriving on attention.
Great. Love it. Cool. And the recall a time scene, if you would like to do the journey move, is when did you realize after the fact that you had been used or manipulated to serve a greater scheme?
Do I have to clear my condition if I participate in that?
Nope.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so you
Yeah,
and at least one
custodians.
other person.
When you and at least one other custodian share a scene where you discuss your personal history or relationship to divinity, you may clear a condition and then stumble upon a clue.
Do any of us have conditions to clear?
I don't think so.
I don't have any, but
We just have 2 inspireds, but it would be nice to get a
Clue.
out of this.
yeah, and I'd love to like hear about people's pasts.
Also,
Gossip time.
Or that.
God, what if it's just the most petty gossip story?
I feel like the human brain, we all know, is adept at looking for and recognizing patterns. And there was a time in my life when I started to become more and more agitated that not only the watcher, I felt like I was just a puppet for the watcher, and like no matter what I did, it was always playing into his hands and what he wanted me to do. And then that, I started seeing that everywhere. I started feeling that, that wasn't actually my choice on stage. The director tricked me into giving him what he wanted. It wasn't me at all. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought either we have no free will and everything we do is at the manipulation of some force we don't understand, or that's just us striving to recognize patterns where there are none. And maybe we're not manipulated at all. Maybe everything's chaos. Maybe there is no path. No one's manipulating anything. And we want a villain. We want someone to blame for the things that go wrong. And so we turn it into, the gods manipulated us, my friend manipulated us, the director manipulated us. And really, it was just pure shit happenstance. I choose to believe that one because otherwise everything's kind of meaningless. I opt for chaos rather than predestined manipulation. But maybe that's just the way the Watcher wants it.
I'm wondering if Zeph has been put in the position of driving all the time under false pretense.
That's when you'd been manipulated.
Yeah, how is Zeph feeling about this whole scene?
Disconnected. Just like I'm just thinking about some other things while people are talking, probably not listening very closely. Yeah, trying to maybe if this topic comes up and people are sharing stories, I'm trying to think of a way to share a story such that Sebastian and Hugh give me some sort of anchors to their gods.
Mm.
Yeah. It would be funny though if, like, I don't know, it turned out that someone else could drive.
I can
this
drive.
time.
We all can drive.
I know I've seen people drive.
Doesn't look that
So
hard,
I'm
does it?
Pretty sure I could do it. You
I
just
mean,
go,
positive attitude is like 90% of the gig.
You could bury a corpse. You could drive a car.
Sorry, for some reason the way you said that just reminded me of the pre-DVD anti-piracy.
Mhm.
You wouldn't bury a corpse.
I mean, technically, I'm burying a copy of the corpse, so the original corpse owner has. I don't know. Has anybody ever gotten Ren to bury or to get rid of a body?
Oh, I wasn't thinking about the Cairn Maiden. I was mostly thinking of like the banking gods.
Oh, yeah,
I was just thinking of subprime mortgages, but
yeah.
the burying the body thing is interesting too.
The bank needs a corpse to go away.
I feel like Salacia probably has gotten Ren to bury some things.
Mhm.
Just like maybe just recently, like just
Oh,
at
yeah.
the last visit, I think Ren was like, so I mean, yeah, sometimes things feel random. Like Salacia had a corpse he thought that I needed to take care of, and I thought maybe, sometimes corpses are pretty talkative and then sometimes they're a little bit shyer, but they generally always talk to me if she's wanting me to do something with them. And I gave this one plenty of time. I mean, the ritual, it takes a long time to cleanse the body and dig the hole. Corpse had a few hours to really say something if it wanted to say something. And as I was throwing that last bit of dirt on top, I got to thinking that maybe I've done a lot of crimes, but they were sanctioned with the bank. And I think I was just involved in a crime. But I guess that's why Salacia asked me, because at least got a good burial. I think I just helped out with a crime. But in the scheme of the things that we've done, is that even a yeah. And what is it in the scheme of this? And kind of gestures at the building.
Would you like to stumble upon a clue?
Clue, clue, clue.
Ritual?
Anybody have a preference? I mean, kind of makes sense for the Skyward Sprawl since we're heading that way. We could be, but I don't care.
See how many clues we can get for this without actually visiting the place.
Yes.
No.
It's our new thing. We only drive in the
like,
car, only road trips, no
No.
landings.
Like Data in the holodeck, doing Sherlock Holmes. Like we just walk in and be like, he did it. We're done.
Yeah, Skyward Sprawl makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Clinic would be
sounds
the
good.
best metagaming option, maybe, but yeah.
So you will be providing that clue.
Oh,
Keith and Nick will be providing the clue.
Whoever wants to be brought that did the scene.
Oh, damn it.
I was looking now.
That's us.
It is us.
So it's for the Skyward Sprawl.
Not everybody was in it. We said Skyward Sprawl, right? That's where.
Is it rebar that's actually a bone?
Ooh, that's cool.
Dig it.
So it's like a bone that's turned to metal. Or
Rebone.
Next
Next
question.
Thank
Next question.
I said it and you typed it.
Rebone.
cool. Rebar that's actually a bone turned metal into bone, or vice versa. We don't know.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a fossil, but it's hard to tell what it was or is now.
Cool. So just to refresh, Skyward Sprawl. You've been directed to quietly resolve the situation out here in Greater Lodge. Suburbanites within a growing sphere around it have been sickening, contracting a hideous rot from clouds of gray spores spread on the wind. They become obsessed with climbing, drawn to a towering building erupting like a twisted fingernail from the dead urban soil. So basically, this building was constructed The marketers called it the dreams of ease, shaped from the Slag King's sacred plans and enhanced with a cutting-edged induced godcraft, comfortable living with a hallowed manager to protect and watch over you and your family. A single prisoner was sacrificed to it, drowned in concrete, and they died in secret without the usual ribbon cutting. The architect, you all decided last time that the architect has disappeared. They still exist, but no longer are contained in their body. They jump from resident to resident. That's the rumor that you've heard. That was about 10 years ago. This was built. Residents were rapidly consumed and fed the new Bowen Tower Saint. Most succumbed to the concrete rot, and a fanatical few from the privileged upper floors began to worship the tower, calling themselves the Dreamers of Ease. They proclaimed a sacred mission, great and soaring architectural growth without end. A new name was shouted from the balconies, and the Skyward Sprawl was born. So your assignment is to figure out how to resolve this conflict between the Slag Kings, people who built the place, and the Dreamers of Ease, who are kind of taking over. And also, it seems to be causing some sort of sickness in the area that's causing people to be attracted to it and turn into nasty, rusting concrete people. So, let's see.
We technically have enough clues to try to solve it.
You technically can try to solve the first one, whereas the hallowed corpse of the Sprawl Saint interred, and resolving the assignment by destroying or removing the body. The building will rapidly rot and collapse as soon as the assignment ends. You can do that with a 2d6 minus 2 if you want to clue somehow. Otherwise, you are approaching the Skyward Sprawl, and it is, in fact, as advertised, a nasty, twisted concrete and rusted rebar tower, kind of bursting out of the destroyed landscape around it.
Beautiful vacation territory.
Yeah, fantastic.
This will be fine. Everything's fine.
It has been a long time since Fred's been back to Glottage, and they're not taking it well.
Oh no.
I think they're uneasy being close to Glottage and close to family.
Yeah. How would you like to approach?
Well, it's giving off those spores that make people want to climb it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have any sort of protection against that.
True. One of the other question for the intro was how do you use your god's powers to rot? Sebastian said that their theatrical prowess and makeup will disguise themselves as a plague carrier.
Do not remember this part. Maybe I wasn't here.
All right.
Hugh says they will write in detail about any urges to climb and destroy them. Ren will continue to follow the maiden, and if she wishes it, she will lead. And
Oh, yeah, I guess I did say that.
that the Saint Electric protects them because electricity in the building.
Seems
Guess
like
I better
something
start
I'd say.
applying my makeup.
Let's keep following the maiden.
Where's that information?
It's in my notes.
Oh yeah.
Inaccessible to mortals like
I was
us.
gonna say you're a follower of the Waxen Scrivener, right? Yeah. Oof.
Might be handy to have a book about the Skyward Sprawl.
Oh, it might.
We all have some room if we wanted to be knowledgeable about something.
Hmm.
Could be about the sprawl, could be about the Slag King, could be about
Yeah,
the architect, could be about the dreamers.
yeah. Yeah, I think I think I'll go ahead and go with this.
Cool. So once
Um,
you can summon a book to your altar, specify the title of the book, what it's about. You and any custodian you share the book with, take the condition well informed about. You can spend it. Yeah, and I will provide one additional detail at the time of my choosing about what is on the book's last page.
Dun dun dun.
oh, there's something like
So those things you read, Mark, what was that? That was how we said we would protect ourselves?
Rot. Yeah.
And I feel like it just seems natural that I would use my prop work skill to declare that I have my, oh, good, I have my trusty makeup kit with me. To, as we approach in the car, start trying to make myself look like a plague carrier. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Describe you definitely have seen people around as you approach. Let's see, the afflicted. Yeah, and there's like burning oil drums and people kind of hanging out outside the building, shambling around. Um, Usually they're covered up in whatever robes and rags they can find. Um, when you can see their skin, it's like gray, and there's a lot of like gray and rust there, and a lot of them are trying to get in, and some are succeeding, some are not.
Good, taking notes. I say yes, grape mixing up the get the gray pallor just right and the rusty pallor just right.
Ooh, this is your book, Reaching to Heaven.
Yeah, Reaching to Heaven Using Architecture to Feed the Gods by Lucien Beton. Beton like concrete.
Ooh.
So I'm going to give myself the condition knowledgeable about like Beton / holy architecture.
Nice.
And anybody else who wants that, have it as well. If you want to get advantage on a thing.
that same knowledge.
Yeah, or I think I don't know. It seems like let me see how I wrote the thing. It seems like you should be able to interpret it as you see fit. Yeah, no, there's nothing in the spec that says you can't draw a different conclusion about what you learned from the book.
And as you approach, there's the sort of post-apocalyptic burning barrels. There's like barbed wire all around it. Um, when you look closely, you can see that there are probably definitely Hugh and maybe Sebastian read the book as well. I think of the for the military stuff. But you definitely recognize some like military prayer marks scrawled on the ground near the tower.
I figure I probably read his book to get knowledgeable about the plague carriers, since that's
Yeah.
I'm diving into my role. Did you know that plague carriers have a strange appetite for salt?
We have
So
all been like involuntarily subscribed to Plague Pack for the whole drive-in.
yes, this is basically High Rise, the assignment. If you have read or seen that. Cool. So Zeph, you are driving.
Mhm.
Tell me how you are navigating the like war zone outside, basically, to get close enough to the building.
Yeah. Like, is it just like chunks of concrete littering the landscape?
Some concrete,
Or
barbed wire and prayer marks all over the place. You can see some of the Slag Kings folks out there, like huddled up, like basically the Slag King wants to assault the building,
Mhm.
and the Dreamers are kind of like keeping them out. The Dreamers are definitely outnumbered by Slag King folks, but the building itself is kind of helping them out as well. But getting there is going to be a little treacherous. I think getting.
Right.
Do you want to drive up? Do you want to park far away and walk up? What do you? You want to try and find some folks to help you out? What do you feel like?
Oh boy. Yeah, I think I'll. Oh boy. Gosh. What am I going to do with those keys to a missing freight truck? Um, yeah, I'm gonna stop a little ways away and just like take in the scenery and or the scene and check in with Ren, Hugh, Sebastian, Grover, Hope, Mort. So like,
Like Mort maybe is in the the backward seat
Right.
with me.
yeah. I feel like this is like okay. Do you remember in Children of Men? There's the shot inside the car where the camera is like right in the middle and it's just turning
Oh
and
yeah.
it sees everyone and it's kind of an amazing shot. But also, do you remember in Too Many Cooks when they're doing the kitchen table and it's turning, but people keep changing out and there's more and more people? I feel like our car is like approaching that, just like there's too many people in the car.
Like I
Yeah.
thought Grover was in that seat, but that's Hugh's seat.
And like you turn around again and like the vulture is driving. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop and like take the pulse of the room. Like so what's our plan here? Are we breaking in there and destroying the building? Are we destroying the Slag King? Or destroying both?
Slag
making
King,
sure everyone lives in.
for the record, a legitimate faith. They build most of the infrastructure of in Glottage at least, but since they're big in construction, and the Dreamers are kind of the false faith here. But you do what you like.
We don't know what we're doing yet. We just gotta answer the questions. We gotta get clues. Eventually, we'll have to decide how the schism between the Sprawl and the Slag King can be healed. It's our ultimate goal.
Slag King is like going after the Saint Electric. Be big.
Yeah. Electricity versus concrete.
Slag King and Saint Electric often work together. They're
Often, like they're corporate gods. They're
both corporate gods.
nothing to mess with.
They kind of need each other.
Yeah. Well, I'll say to the group, like, I want to talk to these guys. Anyone got any problems with that? Because I don't care. And then I'll drive up and like screech the wheels.
I think the
braking.
first part made sense as far as what Ren knows about Zeph, but the second part was like they turned their head a little like, uh-oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna drive up to the Slag King encampment for
Yeah, there's like a small cluster of
fortification.
like five people kind of like hunkered down behind some of the some concrete like planning, it looks like.
Yeah. So I pop out of the car with purpose and like flash my ID.
And the one's like, get down, get over here. Don't let him see you. This guy's like he's got like a scorched leather apron and big thick gloves and like a welding mask that's flipped up. He's got a blowtorch in his left hand and a big tank on his back. Just like his face is like just filthy and burned and scarred. He's like a huge big beard kind of twisted into braids with little gears and stuff braided into him. Get over here. Who sent you?
And I think at that point, I pop up behind Zeph also, like a plate carrier and back. Yeah. Who sent you, man?
Oh no!
What are you doing here?
Really into the role.
Yeah. We this hasn't come up recently, but I think this will be a good time for Zeph to like take out a cigarette. Like near the guy with the torch. Yeah.
How you keep your
we're with
skin
Maya.
looking so good out here?
When did Zeph grow a goatee?
Sebastian, there. This is the other side.
Wait, what?
These are the people who don't like the plague characters.
I'll be in the car.
Okay.
I mean, the plague are the casualties from
Yeah. Yes.
Slag King guys definitely have afflicted on their side.
Okay. Sebastian, I was wrong.
Okay, I'm back here.
Are you here to help?
Yeah.
You're here to get us out of here. And he kind of like grips his blowtorch as he's asking. His eyes are kind of like, one is scarred white, he's kind of like widened and red.
Yeah, I'm here to relieve you guys. You don't need to. You don't need to assault.
Atrocities down.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Slag King don't like rich folks spoiling his stuff, you know.
Yeah, the worst.
I
I think Brandon like started to walk up and then kind of disappeared back.
This dude's from the Bureau. He can help us. The Bureau. They got power.
It's growing floors all by itself. It's like gentrifying itself. You know what I mean? You got to return that power to the faith and start over.
Yeah.
So you're with us or against us?
Look at him. He's from the
with you.
Saint Electric. That's good. We're good with the Saint Electric.
I was like, yeah. Well, I think we should let him go. Yeah. We're with the Bureau. I'm from the Saint Electric.
Saint Electric.
I'm here to help.
From the Saint Electric.
I'm here from the Saint Electric, and I'm here to help. You guys have done great work here, keeping the infestation penned in. But we're gonna need to bring in some bigger guns.
Kind of guns.
And some. Sorry, Heath, are you cleaning your keyboard?
I'm sorry, just no. I was like, what's going on down here?
I was just like, he's trying to tell me something.
No.
I should.
I thought it was a code. I was like, I'm gonna crack this.
Hey, boy.
So
Well,
sorry.
I thought it was lots of emojis.
I didn't think I was in the
like,
window there. I was like,
all the expressions going across.
yeah,
Blade carrier Sebastian.
weird things happening down here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're here to help.
Grab
And
a weapon.
we
We're
need
gonna
you to-
make a run for it soon.
To the building.
To the building. Monger's got the lobby secured, I think. So we'll go there and work our ways up the stairs.
You should stay out here.
Stay
This
out
one's
here.
too
We're in a fight.
dangerous.
Of course, it's
Uh,
dangerous. We're dangerous. Are we, boys? Yeah.
Waiting for like when like the vulture gets out of our car and then like gets back in.
You look
Yeah,
awful clean. That how St. Electric keeps you nice and clean.
Yeah, we Saint Electric burns off impurities and weaknesses. You know how it is. Look, you guys can't. If you assault this building before we secure it, you're just throwing your lives away. You know, like good concrete poured on top of bad. Right? You need a solid foundation. I know what I'm talking about here.
We've been assaulting this
Building
building for months now. What are you talking about?
Well, and where has it gotten you? Listen, you
Got us to the
guys.
lower floors, at least.
I mean, well, that's why you're here in the lower floors, I guess.
That's right. We just need to
Except
push
you're not.
harder.
You're like we're outside the building, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Look, if you guys want to go do that, we'll wait around and take care of things after.
All right, let's go.
No, wait. That was
There was more.
Was there more to that sentence?
Red and the vulture
Yeah.
get like swept up in the.
That'd be fun to like Ren switches the beekeeper's mask for a welder's mask and just connecting with the local community. Yeah.
Good point.
I'm saying you can be more useful to the Slag King. We'll give you the signal when it's safe. Okay. Look at my team. This is a crack team of like weirdos and misfits. We're gonna blend right in. We're gonna fake our way through. We've gone through. You know how many gods and godlings we've killed?
I think he was like, don't, please don't.
Well, look, I think
many-
you need a local to go with you. I'll get in your car.
Look, just give us a little cover, okay? Is there a car park or a garage?
I mean, there's probably a parking garage in the building, but
Without teeth or skin on
I
it.
did not say that. Did not say that. So
Good
Zeph,
check.
what are you afraid will happen if they decide to rush off without you?
Oh, that their bodies will be incorporated into the building, and that not only will we have to fight past them, but we will be reminded of our failure to help people.
Fantastic.
Wow,
This
the
is
first
roll
time
with-
we felt remorse.
This is a roll with presence. So
I got a 1 in that.
plus one, unless you want to use something to bump it up.
Oh, geez. We haven't. No, you used more. I haven't used Grover for anything.
It's useless.
I have this. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna wear my insulated gloves,
Nice, fit right in.
and I'm just like, this is me connecting with the common man,
Mhm.
or like the working man. Okay, so that's 3d6 plus 1.
3d6, top 2 plus 1. That
Got a
is a
7.
No.
That's good. You made it.
Oh, that's a 7. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've forgotten.
Mm.
Okay.
Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna give you this then. There's a Saint Electric, huh? Which one do we get here?
Is Saint Electric have like a motto?
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I gotta think about that. Gotta have a motto, right? Wait.
If it don't zap, it's crap. I'm kidding. That is not the motto.
My mind was going in the same direction.
I had always thought the saint was a woman.
Oh, I said if it don't zap, like just in general.
Yeah. My bunny.
Cool. Well, he says, all right. You guys lead the way. We'll back you up. Do you want us to stay behind you or wait here?
Wait here for our signal.
All right, then you better take
Yo.
this. And he hands you a little like a rolled up oilcloth, basically. And it's got a little snap on it with a little plastic like a little plastic safety tag that says in case of sainthood. And you can kind of like, if you like look in, there's a bunch of syringes in there.
Mm.
It says if it comes down to it, use this. Don't let him use you. And that is a conspiracy clue.
Oh no. Wait, how did we get a conspiracy clue on a 7?
As a complication.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's like, I got this from a friend who got it from a guy. Don't let him take you. I've seen worse things happen to people than getting killed.
Thanks.
Who
Yeah.
is leading the way across the wrecked area to the building? And are you walking or driving?
Well, I was gonna say, do
You see
you
the
all want to
entrance to a
drive
car
in?
park. Say that again?
I was gonna ask if people wanted to drive in or like walk in under, I don't know, a peace banner or something.
Shockingly good.
I'm assuming there are corpses.
Oh yeah.
I think Ren is gonna wander off and go help bury some corpses. Defying the mission, undermining the orders of my superiors.
Fantastic.
Goodbye.
Hey, you need some help with that lady?
Cool. What are the rest of you gonna do?
What is our objective here?
Sorry. Excellent.
That's not been important.
Fair question. So the building went wrong.
Yeah.
The saint that was hollowed into it kind of like it was kind of like intended to be like, oh, we hollowed the saint into the building so it'll like, take care of all your needs there.
Yeah.
It sure did. And so the building got corrupted. It's spewing out these spores that are infecting people to climb up it. And the people up top have kind of anointed themselves the dreamers of ease.
Yeah.
They're in conflict with the king who built it.
And the Slag King is licensed, right?
Yeah, Slag King's a license that they do a lot of legitimate construction, totally legitimate businessmen.
So we need to stop this building that's kind of fighting against.
Yeah, so you're like
a
to
sensible
resolve
god.
the situation either by making peace with them, getting the other ones out, or solving the saint thing, or
Okay.
Ampersand will be playing Mort.
The resolutions in the questions and opportunities are destroying or removing the saint in the building, using the knowledge of how the sprawl is growing to control or prevent it, or presenting a cogent thesis to a delegation of the Slag King surveyor priests and the educators representatives negotiating a peace. But that's the hardest one.
And we don't get any real like there's no metagaming benefit from the hard one.
It doesn't seem that way, no.
Okay.
That's
and
never stopped us though.
there is a
Uh,
verse available, the verse of the concrete jungle. So yeah, use it at your whim.
It's the verse of the concrete.
So Ren is going off to mess with some bodies. What are the rest of y'all doing?
I'm going to help Ren. I have stories about each body too. It's like, this was my old friend John. You know, John liked barbecue. I'm
Oh
gonna go
no,
have
you're
some
like
barbecue.
rewriting these people's lives. These people are already dead, and you're like rewriting their entire lives.
and they speak to Ren as you're taking care of them. So you're like, you know their actual stories. And like as Sebastian's making stuff up, they're like, no, don't believe him. That's not true.
That feels like it's not true. It must be true though. I have the memories now.
I've always known that.
Do you have any
What was I
barbecue?
getting so angry about?
Question for Sebastian: are you doing all the world's a stage with this?
No, I'm not. I'm not actually doing a move. I'm just really in character.
I'm doing the talk to corpses move though.
Cool. So that's you can speak with corpses as if they were side characters. Are you like giving them comfort or doing final rites?
Yeah, I'm just doing all their final rites.
Great. We'll take care of that in a second. Hugh and Zeph, what are you doing?
Funny.
I think, yeah, I think Hugh has a hit to try and investigate the outside of the building, to see if anything about the mechanism of its growth is clear from how it's constructed.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'll stick with you. I'm looking specifically for power connections.
Oh yeah, there are
but yeah,
definitely power connections. Like there are. It looks like power lines had run to the building and they've been severed, but you can feel like the current still flows. So there's power going. Let's hit Ren and Sebastian. I'm gonna need Ren to do a roll with communion.
Finally. Oh, I lost the roller.
Or you can do
roll dice with friends.
I'm gonna make it go.
Sorry, I lost our dice room.
It's right over here.
Thank you. There it is. A roll with communion.
Roll with communion.
So that's +3. And I roll 2.
Yep.
All right. That's a 9 plus 3.
Great.
Is a 12.
9 plus 3 is 12. Fantastic.
Oh, nice.
So on a 10 plus, you may choose one. The person reveals a clue. The person makes a final request of you, gives you a job, or you're given a memento to add to your altar. Clue, job, or item.
Do we need a clue?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think we want a clue, although I love getting a request.
You can do it.
Cool. You get to tell me what that clue is. What does the person tell me about the person and tell me what they tell you about what's going on here?
This particular person was like the groundskeeper, like the landscaper. And so they used to be responsible for all the plants. And so they were giving me like detailed instructions about how to care for all the plants after they were gone. And Ren's kind of looking around as there's not really any plants anymore.
Yeah.
This new situation. And he's like, okay, yeah, I'll help with the plants. And they hand over some little pruning shears.
Oh, yeah. So you find shears on them?
Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna relate.
Yeah.
That's what they
Can they
have.
be like all like rusted and maybe the metal has grown out a little bit? Like
Yeah, I was like, maybe
twisted like
they're quite,
like branches of metal almost coming off of the.
yeah, they're like no longer made of metal, but kind of made of rust, but also like branching. Yeah. Like, sure, I will take care of the, yep, and the, I'm forgetting all plant names right now. Yeah, and the box elder. Yes,
Bushes.
yes, yes. Oh, I won't forget the canna lilies. No, no. Yep, even the ficus needs love. Got it, got it.
Um,
Mwah.
you.
Yeah.
So poking around the outside,
Mhm.
Sweet.
I think is going to be dangerous straight up. So I think we're going
Oh
to do
no.
roll. Um, and the question is going to be, um, what are you afraid might happen if like some of the Slag King's defenses, take you for an enemy?
Oh, yeah, I think they'll just physically attack me and probably kill me.
Hmm. Um, I think this is going to be a roll with insight. Seems like using your knowledge of. So is it going to be insight because you know like what dangers to look out for, or is it communion because you are familiar with the Slag King's stuff?
Hmm.
Like what's the nature of your caution?
Let's see here. I mean, I know I want to burn off my knowledge about Beton and the way he uses architecture.
Mhm.
Um, I realize this is metagamey, but I feel like that makes it a more focus or no, sorry, insight thing.
Yeah.
Of just kind of like knowing the facts about this and how it's pieced together, rather than having a sense of the preternatural aspects of it.
Cool. If you want to use that, then that will be 2 dice or 3 dice, top 2 plus 3.
Sure, I'll burn that. And then 3 dice, top 2 plus 3. Rolling that. 6 plus 3 plus 3 is 12.
That is a 12. Fantastic.
Nice.
You do it and then some. So,
Oh no.
um, yeah. So, what you, hmm. So tell me about one of the defenses that were built into the building by the architect and how you get around it.
Okay, so these are defenses to keep us from coming into the building.
Yeah.
Um, hmm, give me a second here. Oh, I'm having trouble. Okay, let me think.
And these might be like defenses that are kind of like initiated or handled by the hallowed building manager.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. I think chunks of the building will fall off
Mm,
and then get sort of backfilled. You see more stone crumbling into place
yeah.
to fit into the slot where some piece of it fell down.
Oh,
Uh,
are there maybe some of the Slag King's like defensive prayer marks?
oh
So,
yeah.
like that's where that'll cross over that it'll.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I think I get around it partly by seeing it and then maybe just I can't necessarily see all the prayer marks, but I set down very clear ones
Mhm.
in other places and just watch things like
Yeah,
fall.
I think your knowledge from the book also like and like here is the most effective pattern to put these, so you know exactly how to like
Oh yeah.
hang around them. And actually, you find like an opening in the side um, that kind of goes into the building from like the back,
Mhm.
and it opens into it kind of like goes down, and this might be where the car park would be.
Oh, sure.
Um, and it's dark. But you, with your knowledge of the building, know where to find like light switches and
Yeah.
fuse boxes and whatnot. And the fluorescents kind of clank, 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 clank on.
Yeah.
Um, and you can smell what smells like. It's like the coppery, not the like the irony kind of like blood smell, like a combination of rust and blood
Yeah.
in the air. And you can actually see the like the as you go in, the air is thicker with these gray spores.
Oh no.
Um, but since you've your writings of the what exactly the wording of it?
Describing the urges to climb.
Yeah, describing like the effects they have and then destroying them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like made you immune for the moment of this.
Oof.
Um, and so it goes on there are abandoned cars down there, but they are all kind of like rusted and overgrown.
No,
Like the metal has kind of like grown out in these like twisted shapes.
not a free car.
Um, and you kind of like wend around to the kind of like the top layer of the basement
Mm.
parking garage. As you turn the corner into there, the smell just hits you super hard.
Oh no.
Um, there are a couple things.
Yeah.
There is a steel mouth is the best way to describe it. Kind of on the ceiling that's kind of creaking and opening and closing and just kind of like pulsating a little bit. Um, Below it is a pile of torn human meat,
Oh
bone,
no.
gristle, and it is also kind of pulsing in time with the mouth.
Ooh.
And you can see around the edges of it the flesh turning into concrete and kind of flowing into where it hits the building. Um, Almost like the building is using this human meat to grow and rebuild itself.
Oh, surely that's not what's happening though. That seems
Um,
impossible.
this is the paint the scene question for you.
Oh boy.
What miracles of the sprawl are born as flesh grows into the building?
What miracles of the sprawl are born as flesh grows into the building? Let's see. I think I think whoever these people were, um, like I think specifically as brains get grown into the building,
Hmm.
it like carries some memories into the building is sentient basically.
Mhm.
And the building has this spirit that keeps gathering memories from everyone sacrificed into it. Yeah,
Fantastic.
so
Um,
it has a mind of its own.
does. Um, and what are you afraid will happen to you if you get caught up in this? Whatever's happening.
Oh well, killed and then sucked into the building, and now the building is is keenly interested in the rest of the group in a way that it wouldn't normally.
It is somehow worse than that.
Go
Um,
for it. I
It is
believe in
worse
you.
than that because um hmm, um when it absorbs you and your memories into the building, it's able to pull apart things that you have forgotten and bring all the writings that you destroyed back into existence. Part of like, oh, we're gonna build a library.
Oh, Grover's gonna be pissed.
That's gonna be a
Oh,
problem for the scrivener.
wow.
This is gonna be a roll with communion.
Okay. Do I have Grover with me?
Um, do you? You tell me.
Uh, my gut instinct is like, yes, from a character perspective, I could see Grover just kind of following Hugh around, and
Mhm,
I could see Hugh being like, yes, let's have somebody else somebody else go into the dangerous situation who maybe I don't value as much as the rest of the team. I
mhm.
could also see from a story perspective, it's just much more terrifying for Hugh to be there absolutely alone.
Yeah, let's have him be there by himself.
Yeah, okay. And then it was a roll with communion, you said?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna burn my inspired,
Cool.
see if that gets me anything.
Your communion is 0. All right.
And also, just a reminder, if you need to do a mask of
Oh,
thingy what's it, I can take one more for you.
that is an
And yet,
11.
I do not need to because somehow I rolled an 11.
Um, tell me how what you have written protects you from being drawn in, basically, because you feel the pull of like, I should be part of this.
Yeah. I think I end up writing that the urge is not just to climb, but the urge is to find communion with this structure, which is a living thing,
Mhm,
uh, composed of more memory and more emotion that any one human being can hold. Um, and I think it gets like very prophetic, like there will be a moment where the mouth will appear and the temptation to not climb but join will
mhm.
overwhelm. Uh,
Um, and I think as you're writing that, you hear uh, it's not a scream like someone is terrified of something, but kind of a
oh, am I writing this in the moment as this is happening? I thought this was
oh no, it can be before, yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah.
As this is like feeling you against it down there.
Yeah.
Um, it's not a cheer, but more of like a hooray, whatever that is.
Okay.
Um, but it kind of comes off as a scream as the mouth kind of dilates open, and a body slams into the ground through the mouth
Yeah.
as if dropped from a great height and smashes into the pile of flesh. Um, you get spattered a little bit, but bad. Um, cool. Um, oh, and you know what?
Oh,
I think because you rolled oh no, you got an 11, right? 10 plus.
an 11. I rolled a 12 before that though.
Yeah. Um, I think as the body hits, there's a moment where you're just like wiping
Oh,
off your face.
yeah.
And on the other side of the car park,
No.
there's you notice a row of elevators, and you notice it's because the elevator ding,
Yes.
one of the doors open.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's Zeph was feeling the power out there. Sebastian and Ren have messed around with bodies. Um, what else do you want to do outside there? Well, while Hugh is somewhere.
Not messing around. We know what we're doing.
I was following their lead because they know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. But I'm like, Need me to help you
Yes.
bury things? That's cool.
Sorry, what was the original question?
Just like what are you doing next?
What else are we doing? Can we see what Hugh is doing?
No, that's underground,
That's underground, okay.
like in a parking garage.
And then where is Zeph now?
I thought I was following you, but I think I lost him at some point.
Oh, okay, yeah.
While I was looking up at some
Yeah,
wires.
you're kind of like experiencing the current.
Yeah, I wonder if we stumble upon Zeph.
hmm Yeah, everyone's together, and Grover's just like, "Where's Hugh?"
You were supposed to keep track of him. Was your only job.
Everyone's
What a
just
what
mad
a
at
terrible
Grover.
what a terrible follower.
I-
You say you're a follower of the Scrivener, and yet you cannot keep track of his most prized disciple.
I mean,
This death will be on your head.
no, I just like knowing where he is just like a piece of knowledge I'm destroying, so it's cool.
Well, we're
You
gonna
keep
destroy
telling
you as a
yourself
piece of
that.
knowledge if you don't tell us where. Go find him now.
Who is this guy?
Sebastian, he's
You're good, man.
I'm
if
one
you
of the
think he's
locals.
good,
I'm
you
here to
should-
help y'all out.
Not-
You should have
it's
seen
just-
Brother. Oh.
You shut your face hole.
Brother was virtuoso.
Brother did a show here for us plague carriers one time. I didn't believe a word out of his goddamn mouth.
He could like become a totally different person. One time, Brother did an impression of Sebastian, and I thought it was Sebastian.
In fact, for all I know, this is Brother right now.
Yeah.
Playing Sebastian. Playing another
Like
role.
Sebastian playing
Playing-
a character.
I mean, there's
How long have you
that
been
guy
with us,
could go so
brother?
deep.
Sorry, I lost the thread.
Right.
Yeah, we all
one
meet
of
up
our
and yell at
member-
Grover for a little while.
Yeah. Vulture like spits on him or vomits.
Oops.
Yeah, I think there's like
and
some
that-
spitting and some vomiting on him.
Cool. What's your next move?
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do. Bury bodies, yell at Grover. Done. Time for bed.
Good day's work.
Good day's work.
Look for where Hugh probably entered the building. It's like is it over there or I didn't read the book. Sebastian, did you read the book?
Who are you talking to? My
Okay.
name's Garg.
Garg. He will only answer to Garg.
Right.
It's easier just to do
Sorry.
it.
Am I in your eye line also? Am I?
I do have a lot of knowledge about plague carriers, being one of them.
Mhm. Right,
There's also
that's
a
all.
lobby entrance around the front, but you can definitely go down there with Hugh if you wish. And if you just follow his footprints, we're not going to make you roll for.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Follow
you
Hugh.
find the same stuff, metal cars, and
Let's hop into the flesh.
yeah, there's the big flesh pile with a newly twitching corpse in the middle, and Hugh just kind of standing there staring at across the way.
Sorry, am I walking away from it or is just standing in the
It's just like across the car park. It's just kind of like
Oh,
and it's stayed open. There's just like a little green.
yeah. And it's Zeph walking out of the elevator, you said, or?
No, they're coming down the way you came down.
Oh, okay. Have I seen anyone come out of the elevator yet, or?
Nope, it's just
Okay,
pleasantly sitting there.
yeah.
Okay. Empty. Oh, great, Hugh. You got the elevator for us.
And a giant flesh pile.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, don't.
let's leave that out of the report.
Seems important.
Okay, fine. Go investigate this flesh pile. Grover.
Wherever you should touch it.
I'm not touching.
No.
Well, we can't send Mort. He'll just eat it. Like, use your
Yeah.
head, your Grover. Come on.
Also, Mort's really valuable.
Is Hope with us?
Oh, where's Hope?
Oh, I
Hope's
totally
up there.
forgot. I had a
I think
disciple
Hope has
now.
also been a playing character this whole time, but it's actually convincing, and we just couldn't find her.
Completely forgot I had a follower.
Instantly blended into the crowd.
Blended in.
Thanks for reminding me about my
she's really
follower I
good.
forgot about.
I would never forget about you, Mort.
Wow. It's been 2 weeks since I played.
No worries. We all forgot about Hope.
Or give up hope.
She's just so likable.
Yeah.
So mess with
And Ren says that staring daggers at Grover.
Yeah. Really lovely to have like a follower who, yeah, we like being around.
So messing with the flesh pile, going to the elevator, going back up and checking out the lobby, messing around outside some more, having a picnic.
Yeah, picnic.
I don't think if there's any investigation move I can do it. Information move rather.
I mean, digging around the flesh pile is probably a fine place to get some clues.
Go for it, Grover.
Famous last words.
Yeah, I'm going to dispatch Grover to dig around in the flesh
Yes.
pile. See if they learn anything, or see if he learns anything about what process is going on here.
Really, you want me to go in there? This will be an
Gotta be like
investigation
a
with insight, and since you're using Grover, you haven't used him yet, right?
Nope.
Okay. Is that
Only
per session or
abused.
per and
Good question.
great. Cool. So you can roll insight with advantage then.
All right. So that's 3 dice plus 3. Burning off Grover for the day. That's a 13.
Dang.
All right.
At a game is burning through some luck that will no doubt vanish later.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, we've
I
got a lot
think it's kind of
verses.
terrible that we send Grover off on a dangerous mission and he just does an amazing job of it.
See, we knew you could handle it.
Thought he might die this time.
Like Ren has to like give some money to Zeph. Like,
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, I think Ren has
Always
to
bet
pay
on-
like a lot of money to Zeph.
Always bet on
Always bet
the
on
fool.
Grover.
He's like unkillable.
Montage
I've
of times
tried.
that Ren
I've
has
tried.
Oh no. Oh, no.
Yeah. Grover, does this poison taste bad? Please, poison. I think this poison has gone off.
Oh, this is perfect. I've spent several years building up a tolerance.
Guess what? You got a 13, right? Ooh, that's another.
Oh fuck.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So,
Grover's
Grover
just like
sticks around in the
skiing on it.
pile for a while, sorting through bits and tell me how, Hugh, tell me how Grover avoids being assimilated into the pile.
I think he's just really, really meticulous. Like, damn, Nick just chatted because he sucks.
Because nobody wants him to be a part of the thing.
But I think he's just very, very neat and tidy about it. Like he sees a tendril or something coming towards him, he's just like, oop, steps aside. Keeps checking into it And maybe does a ceremonial thing of like he has little strips of text that he throws at the flesh pile, and that winds up distracting it. It's like, oh yes, destroying this in the path of my duties is the holy way to complete this task. And it just happens to be a thing that distracts the entity enough to keep him from getting glopped.
Interesting. Cool. So he eventually emerges from the pile. And
Ugh,
like covered in gore.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
And
Ren
like
hates Zeph.
wipes his face and trots over. He's like, I don't know, is this anything? And finds a like in with all the bodies and stuff. There's a circuit board. Has the seal of the Saint Electric on it, but it has been defaced, and some of the metal has grown up around it. There's the seal of the Saint Electric on a circuit board, defaced and corrupted.
Yeah, that's probably something. Thank you. Thanks, Grover.
Happy to help.
Could be nothing.
um,
Oh.
And after, oh yeah, Ren, what did you say to Grover when he came back with it?
I think it's like, could be nothing.
Could be nothing. Yeah, that's what I thought about that over there, but it's fine. Probably it's nothing.
What is that over there that Grover is
Yeah,
referring
what's he
to?
pointing to?
Oh, like you can see it now. The elevator's open. I didn't notice it before.
Oh no.
Kind of off to the side, like it's there's like some signage because this used to be a parking lot. And there's still like some of the the lines and signage and stuff between two bits of signage, like compact car only and whatever. Keep it on your valuables. There's a section of the wall that is, for all intents and purposes, it looks like a mirror,
Ooh.
just in the wall. He's like, yeah, that's. I didn't notice it until I saw the light from the elevator reflecting off of it. It's kind of weird, like I don't know, really narcissistic to have a mirror installed in your parking spot.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a mirror on a parking spot or a mirror on the elevator is casting light out and then
Yeah, just like you're like in a roughly rectangular room, flesh pile in the middle, you're on one side, elevators on the other side, and the mirror is like off on one of the side walls.
I think he does a heavy sigh and is like, Grover, could you take a closer look at the mirror?
Sure. Yeah, he goes over, is like, oh man, I look like shit.
You always have.
Language.
Oh,
He does, though.
Oh no.
puts his finger on the mirror.
Yeah.
They touch. I remember which way does it go? Touch it, and it touches. I don't know. I can't make anything out of it.
I think Hugh does a heavy sigh and then walks over and checks out the mirror as well.
Um, tell me how you check it out. Tell me what you're doing.
I think, let's see. I think I only think I'm not poking it because Grover was just poking at it and Hugh doesn't want to give him the satisfaction of validating his technique. So I think this is honestly Hugh like not intentionally, but like trying to play the part of mirror expert. And so he's like kind of swaggering around, assessing it, looking at the edges, looking it up and down.
Mhm.
He has a sheet of paper that he crumples up and tosses at it as if it's like strategic, like throwing it at the thing in a few different ways.
Yeah, it's like the mirror is like embedded in the wall. It's not mounted on the wall.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the main
okay.
thing that's weird about it, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else to that. And I don't have like a flashlight or anything like that, right?
Sure you do. Yeah.
Okay, so if I have a little pen light, I try shining light into it.
Oh yeah. Um, it mostly reflects, but if you hold the flashlight right up to it,
Yeah.
you can definitely see there's a room behind there.
Oh, and I think so. I think Hugh just kind of shouts back, "There's a room." And,
All
I'll
right,
go
let's
over to
go in.
bust it down.
hmm?
I'm tired. You bust it down. I'm not even getting paid for this. You guys just make fun of me all the time.
It's
Make hope to it.
Who's Hope?
Hope's in character right now. You can't call her that.
That's right. It's my sister, Barg.
Around here. I'm just
Wait, I want to hear Bark's monologue.
Mark, what
Mark,
is
how
that
did you get along
song
with
you
your
always
family?
sing to?
Yeah, Bark.
Oh, no.
What's that advice you always give us in song form?
Barg barely made it past first plague wave.
Anybody have a
Yeah.
rock or something?
I mean, there's a lot of debris around here. You can
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Guess we should
yeah.
just like walk through.
Maybe you could just open it like a door. Somebody should try that.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
I think Hugh is reaching for a bit of rubble to throw at it.
Everybody's gonna be bad luck.
do one-way mirrors count for bad luck, or is it half? I don't know.
Yeah, Hugh hurls a chunk of concrete at the door
Fantastic.
or at the mirror.
Yeah,
That might be
the
a
mirror
door.
shatters easily. It is loud.
I wish I hadn't.
And there's a small room behind it. It's maybe like, I don't know, like 6 by 10-ish. And there's a desk up against where the mirror is. There's a door on the back, which you notice like there's a door, and then maybe like, I don't know, 20 feet away, there's like an access door on the wall that probably leads like to it.
Oh yeah.
There's some looks like abandoned paperwork on the desk. There's a couple chairs and like some old like takeout food containers there.
Oh look, Grover, your favorite.
I
Paper to throw
think
away.
like if you take a look at it, there's not much of note except for the like the little binders that have the loose paper in it that we're taking notes on. They have the insignia of the Institute on it. I think that's where we'll leave it for today.
Yeah, better throw those away.
Institute, not the Bureau. The Institute.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the like researchy people.
Yeah. And that was your last conspiracy clue, a one-way mirror in an unusual location.
Uh-oh.
When you say last,
I mean,
Uh-oh.
you can get more, but this is the last one that opens up the conspiracy.
fields to track the confrontation become available. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine.
I'm
Cool,
sorry,
so-
everybody.
The way it works is that when the other assignments are complete, that one will open up.
Okay.
So if we never complete,
We're undermining our orders. It's good.
Everything will be fine.
Cool. End of session.
The end of
So,
session song.
was
End
resolved.
of session.
Answer end of session questions.
You answer a set of questions.
We'll start with Ren.
He's in Garg too deep.
Okay.
Be
Method
Garg.
acting.
Never go full
and-
Garg.
Did we complete an assignment?
Oh.
No.
No.
Did I engage with a god, angel, or other divine manifestation? McCarran maybe? I did talk to corpses.
Yeah, but those are just the corpses.
Okay, but I rolled with communion.
Yeah, that's fine.
That doesn't count?
I mean, you get to decide, so
Nah,
not up to me.
got so much XP. I did undermine the orders of my superiors, walked off in a war zone, buried corpses, and I was vulnerable with Celestia. My
Yeah,
favorite person to be vulnerable with.
not the best idea, but
No.
Mm.
That's 2. Oops.
Ooh.
Put them down here. Why is my advancements all weird?
I don't know.
There it is, 0.
Weird.
Oh well. That's me.
Um,
Thank you.
yeah, there's some little bug in the sheet that makes it go dark. Zeph.
I pursued a personal interest instead of my orders, and I connected with the local community.
Nice.
Get an advancement of some sort.
Cool. Sir Bastion.
And I think since I helped Ren, we were undermining orders because we're like, screw that, we're burying bodies, and I'm guard. And yeah, I went and connected with my community several times.
And Hugh.
One little monologue about the gods causing trouble for soulless people. But that's it. Don't think I undermined anything.
Cool.
Boo.
Didn't even get to eat god bites.
No one moves or anything, so let's just go to stars and wishes, starting with Peter.
Yeah. Stars for Mark for setting the scene on the Skyward Sprawl. That was exciting. Star for Nick for Ren absolutely being in character for just like wandering off and pursuing their own interests, and the grudge match against Grover gives me life. Let's see. Wishes. I'm eager to figure out what kind of journey move I can do for the assignment completion journey. I'm not sure what that's going to be like, but that's exciting to me. Yeah, I think I have a wish for like getting a sense of what we want to do about the Skyward Sprawl. Yeah, like kind of transitioning from getting information to, okay, this is what needs to happen here. Well, that'll make me feel, I think, more secure in kind of where that story is going. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, just stars for everybody for continuing this like chaotic journey through this world.
Cool. And Heath.
Yeah, stars for everybody being back. This is fun. Stars for character arcs, like as Nick said, like what the fuck's going on with Zeph, man? It's kind of fun. It's like, is he cracking? What's happening? And the unrelenting Ren Grover rift. Wishes to contain all of this game in my head. I find myself so often being like, what's happening? What's this mission about again? What's going on? What can I do? What are my moves? Who am I? I am Garg. No, I think that's about it, yeah. Strangely tired for no good reason.
Ben.
Yeah, stars for everyone, as usual. It is good to be back. Also to be back in town, not traveling for work, which is a dumb thing that no one should do. Um, wait, we're not streaming, right? Okay. Yes. Oh gosh, there was something I was going to say. Yes. Star for Heath for getting into Garg. It was a lot of fun. Star for Ren for never letting up on Grover. Uh, or Nick. Star for Peter for the name of the book, which I don't know if you said. Did you say it in the stream or just on the?
Maybe. I don't. I now have a tab for
Oh yes, you
Yeah.
did say it. Reaching to Heaven.
reaching to heaven using
Um,
architecture to feed the gods by Lucian.
Yeah. And Star for Mark for keeping everything moving. Yeah. Wishes
Star for Ben
next
for giving
time.
everybody stars.
Okay. Star. Wishes for next time. I don't know. Just, I mean, I kind of don't want to get to the conspiracy too fast. I'm curious. I'm curious how we're going to solve this problem. It is funny that, like, from a metagaming perspective, we always choose to do the hardest thing. Not because we want to, not like the reward. I think we just like doing hard things, or keeping things going. So yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with the Skyward Sprawl. Yeah, no, that's it really.
Cool. And Nick.
I love going last as a character for Stars and Wishes because everyone has said so many that I agree with. I especially want to highlight, like, I really like seeing the characters change. Like, Hugh has gone from this, like, kind of pompous guy to this, like, oh, he actually is good at things and, like, is vulnerable and scared in these moments, and like really makes me like Hugh more. Yeah, Sebastian, like, always kind of wanting to make things right, but then not always being able to. And then Zeph's turn this time, I think, really, like, takes the cake. Like, this, like, guy who's so easygoing and, like, just, like, it wants to get along, and the tie is ironic, to this time being like, wait, I think I might have a brother. Like, I think something's a lie. Like, this, like, twist you see in this, like, Truman Show type moment. And Rin, I think the, like, moment with Salesa was interesting too, because I didn't, like, until you asked me, like, what would be worse, I was like, oh, it's actually that, like, this whole time Rin has wanted to die and now they're not starting to want to live, and that's scary to them, especially as we keep throwing ourselves into situations where fate's worse than death could get us. So I really like the overall arcs. Big stars to Mark for these really amazing scenes and kind of making sure we find our way into danger, even though we keep wandering off.
Like 13s.
In roll 13s. Yeah, and wishes. I do have one wish. I love hating Grover. It's very fun. And it's, I love the, like, bleed into, like, oh, also as a character and a player, I hate Grover. But I want to discover, I have a wish for, like, discovering why. Like, I want it to, like, one day make sense of, like, oh, this is why Ren hates Grover. Like, it to be like, oh, that makes sense. Whether it is, like, still petty or not, I think that would be an interesting moment. I'm not sure what it would be. We'll play to find out.
Kind of in a good story position of, like, anything Grover does, if he does something very heroic or like a total heel turn, it'll still get a strong response from people. Definitely.
Yeah, I love that too. And then I was like, oh, it really makes Grover, like, it makes what he does matter. Where he could just be a, like, poor Hope we forgot about. So it's like, oh, maybe I need to make some more connections with Hope too. Yeah, so maybe some wishes for more connections with Hope and Mort. I love Mort. He's perfect. You do no wrong.
Caw.
Aw. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's fun to get back into it. The floating market is going to continue to evolve when you go back to it.
Uh-oh.
I'm excited to get into the Skyward Sprawl because I have no idea how this is going to work. And yeah, now that the fuse for the conspiracy is ticking, fuse is ticking. Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to seeing how all that works out. And your new your business card. I'm curious to see what that means. So yeah, that's all I got. Anything else before we say goodbye to the internets? Goodbye to the internets.